Traders, good morning and welcome to this live trading webinar. My name is Theo, and here at Admirals, we really like to welcome you again for another live trading session. I hope everyone has a great time so far, wherever you are in the world, from wherever you're watching us. So let's get started. The disclaimer, as usual, just to make sure that everyone understands that this content is for general information only and is not intended to provide any trading or investment advice or any personal recommendations. Simply any information relating to past performance fund investment does not necessarily guarantee the future performance as well. It's interesting with the Swiss bank and the Swiss stock. So we will have a look at the premium analytic just in a while. And let's read today's top headlines brought to you by the Premium Analytic provided by Dow Jones. So, banks' failures, market turmoil fuel bet on a pause in Fed interest rate increases. Credit Suisse stock decline tests strength of European banks. G7 opposes lowering Russian crude oil price gap from $60 a barrel. Falling rates could also be a headache for banks. Credit Suisse promises overhauling wake of Raudes regulators offer lifeline. Market stress snares trading in the US Treasuries. Credit Suisse will borrow up to $53.7 billion. BHP says new claimants added to the UK class action over dam collapse. US threatens ban if TikTok's Chinese owners don't sell stakes. Biggest banks shed billions as Credit Suisse decline fuels sell-off. And pretty much that's the news. Really interesting and very surprising news so far. So let's check the calendar. We had some events early this morning and later afternoon yesterday. Let's check it out. So yesterday in the US, the retail sales declined more than the forecast from 3.2% expected to decline to 0.3%. They declined even more. Gross domestic product in New Zealand, the expectation, and if you listen to the podcast, I talked about that the 2% previously expected to drop to minus 0.2%. And if this will happen, and if the market that happened, and if the market will follow through and the QE will experience some weakness, maybe we could see some Euro QE strength. Okay, but what we didn't know is that the Swiss bank situation. So we will have a look at the charts and see especially the Euro and the New Zealand pair, how did it go yesterday and early this morning. Next, early this morning, we had the employment change and unemployment rate in Australia. A bit good number came 64.6 thousand. The new employment, and the unemployment rate dropped even more from 3.7% to 3.5%, which is great for, of course, for the people and for the Australian economy. Later this afternoon, traders, everyone will be focused on the European Central Bank with the interest rates, the rate on deposit facility, and the refinancing operation. So we expected to see the 3% to go to 3.5%. So these are the news and the major events so far. I believe it's time to go to the MT5 platform. Just bear with me for a second. Traders, any trades? Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Any trades you currently in now? Are you watching on any trades? Please let me know. I still didn't update the US dollar index contract on my side, so I will just share the trading view for a sec to go through the dollar index. Well, yesterday we had this bullish engulfing pattern. Actually, we wouldn't say that, sorry, it's not by book, is not a bullish engulfing, simply because the body of this green candle does not engulf the body of this candle here. All right, it's just a gapped higher, traded low at some point during the day, moved higher and closed higher. That's a bullish signal, of course. Now, if this bottom at this area here is the beginning of a new downtrend, and that's the lower low, based on a smaller, if we narrow down to just few weeks, not even 3 weeks, not even 1 month data, we can explain this as a lower low and a new downtrend to be developed. If we zoom out though a little bit, we can see that we are in this trading range. We came from a bottom, so the market at any point can find some support and bounce higher. All right, we are ready to trade the currency pairs against the US dollar in either way, if we're going to have a break higher than this, or if we're going to have a break lower than this support zone, then we will be ready to use our strategies and trade there. Back to the MetaTrader. Let's start with the pound against the US dollar. Good morning, good morning. Mladen, short in DAX, awesome, awesome. So the pound came all the way down, so our zone, the intraday zone here, it's not in place anymore. Everything will really depend on the dollar direction, and as you remember, the dollar was making this lower high, lower lows. Now we have these higher highs on the pound against the dollar. They are, of course, inverse correlated. Now, if we have the bias to trading, there are two ways. This is a long-term range, and the market is ranging from this resistance to this support and back and forth, and we are in the middle of the range. For a short-term and that's I view it as a long-term range. For a short-term perspective, we have this lower low, the market at support, make a higher high, so we can look for some buys here. I won't do that today, to be honest. I would like to see a new higher high, at least to confirm some smooth uptrend development at this stage. Euro against the US dollar. This bearish engulfing, let's say this a bearish engulfing, so this bearish candle here finds support at this pre-marked area. If the buyers, they're going to step in now, of course, after this selling climax, we expect to have some pull upwards. USD CHF, another great example of a support hold at this point here. Remember, we commented about this. We commented about this area that the market didn't really touch this support level, and it just stopped and reversed from this point, just a few pips above the support. Australian dollar against the US dollar, we marked this area of resistance, and here it was the candlestick price action yesterday that could allow us, as I mentioned it during the live trading, that this shooting star can and double top can force the price to move lower, and it did. We are technically in a downtrend now. Same happened with the Kiwi. Weakness, of course, in the Kiwi as well, and it helped that move to the downside. USD against the Canadian dollar. This support hold really well. Few traders, they asked to sell here, and I was very strict, and I said, we don't want to sell the support, we want to buy at support, and we have to view this as we are in a higher highs and higher lows. So double bottom here is more clear on the lower time frames. Bullish candle pattern, double bullishness, it explode the price higher. USD JPY, bearish engulfing here, double inside candle. Some weakness, of course, expected to come more on the US dollar and the yen. This range here with the Australian dollar, Japanese yen, I still see some more bearishness here and some strength from the yen side. The euro stopped at this area. We see very long candle lines among the yen pairs. JBP, JPY, bearish engulfing. Again, very mixed. If you ask me, if you had to, Theo, if you had to take only one trade today, and that will be on the Japanese yen, which direction would you take? I will be a buyer on the yen and I will sell everything else. But remember, because we are trading currencies and there is high correlation between some currencies. For example, if you're going to decide that today you're going to focus on the Japanese yens for some intraday, make sure either you allocate correct risk management, like if you are risking 1% from your account and you want to trade all the yen currency pairs, just allocate it accordingly. Don't go 1% euro yen, 1% pound yen, 1% CAD yen, 1% Swiss yen, 1% US dollar yen, because that it's going to just make your risk rules to get out of control. Okay, and it's good when we have winning trades, but when the trades they don't play out as we expected, that's where the traders they get a bit confused. Swiss yen, this resistance here, retested as I marked it for you guys previous last week. 4 hour chart, double top, and then bearish engulfing, and since then it didn't come back again. So any trades they initiated here could have some stop losses above this rectangle or above this high here. All right, the entries should be somewhere in this box, and the take profits somewhere at the bottom. Okay, but remember, it's all about where we're going to place our stop loss in case the market move against us. CAD JPY, nothing really that we could take advantage of. It was only this bearish engulfing here that was about 80 pips, 160 already made, 2-1 was the reward to risk. Okay, when we are in trends, I'll tell you one more time, traders, when we are trading trends, we can go to the lower time frames like the 4 hours, 1 hour chart, and we can trade the candlestick patterns with tight stop losses. When the traders, they get it really wrong and they start questioning their trading abilities and technical analysis abilities, is when they don't have clarity between the market in a higher time frame is trending, and I can use candlestick price action on the lower time frame, and I can have tight stops, so stop loss can be placed above if we are in a downtrend. The candlestick, the bearish engulfing, the reversal candle line high, so we don't need to put stop losses above the previous swing, just stop loss to be above the reversal candle line is fine. But when the market is really ranging on the higher time frame, and especially on the execution time frame, like you want to buy here, if you're going to buy there, where are you going to place your stop loss? Down there? No, it's very risky. Or when you're going to buy here, for example, because the market is in a trend, yes, you can place your stop loss below there, and that's really the best way to trade with tight stop losses. Okay, we have strategies for every occasion, and if traders, we follow our strategies and we do only the trade we understand, then I'm sure you're gonna, guys, traders, you will experience trading from the most joyful perspective. Gold, although the US dollar was extremely strong yesterday, the gold was keeping higher and higher, and that's what we can explain it as, due to the fact that the investors, they prefer some hard assets to stake their money in periods of uncertain. Many bank cash withdrawals being utilized towards the gold and the silver, maybe the palladium. Silver not that much, it didn't move quite well, but it didn't really move lower, so it stayed at the same area. Crude oil, finally we have a nice break, Rumen. Finally we have a nice break of this rectangle. The next area of support is the pretty much $62 per barrel. Now we are in we have clarity. You see, traders, it's been since December, mid of December, beginning of December, to find clarity with the crude oil, and almost 4 months later we saw this price action and market behavior, and we can go to the lower time frames, 4 hours, 1 hour chart, and trying to find, for example, we can try to play this breakout here. If we sell here with a stop loss above there, and we can take some profit down there, or we can wait on the 4 hour chart for a reversal candle price action pattern and start selling. Question here, cut CHF. David, your cut Swissy trade, he take profit 3 to 170 pips. Well done, mate. Awesome. That's brilliant. Let's check the rest. Bitcoin, yesterday didn't move after this rejection, so sellers, they didn't make their appearance here. So we can see some more strength most likely will come in the market. After this rejection here, we didn't see any selling pressure follow through. Still in an uptrend here, but at the resistance, so we do expect to find some support on the euro against the Australian dollar for some push to the upside. Euro pound, This support didn't hold. We broke below. We penetrate the support. Now the market is trying to regain some area. I didn't get triggered yet, I believe, in this euro cut trade, but my pending order is still valid there for the higher high. Euro CHF, the market came right at this retest, right this broken support, and we are ready to go. We had early this morning a price action on the 4-hour chart. We weren't awake, of course, here in the euro. Only Asian traders or Asian people who trade during the Asian session and the Sydney session, they will have take this trade here. But that's what I call textbook trade, consolidation, break the support, lower lows. We understand that this market is just moving lower, and we want to mark the area of resistance. And ideally, the area of resistance must be the previous broken support, the most recent one, so we can start trading from there. So I'm waiting for some bullishness more in this euro New Zealand. Today, here we have 300 pips. No way to trade that. I will check the ATR. So the ATR is 150. So if I make a buy here, 150 with the ATR, 300 until the recent resistance. I don't like it, so I have to monitor the 4-hour chart. So traders, you can keep an eye on that because we most likely going to have some more push to the upside. We are in a valid uptrend, not in a downtrend. We will be in a downtrend only if the market it's going to break this low structure and it's going to make lower lows. Any penetration with a decisive closing, but any false breakout like this one, it's not a new low in the market. And if you are not sure, you can easily flip to the line charts and you can see the closing prices are making higher highs all the way. Australian dollar and the pound, or if you prefer pound against the Aussie, at this resistance, market is trying to push lower. This support hold for the pound, a bit strong, Great British Pound lately. Pound Canadian dollar at this resistance here, the market is trying to push a bit lower, but we don't know for sure how low it's going to push. I believe some more continuation is yet to come. We have this structure here. The market broke higher, so I believe we measure from this area to this area 700 pips, and it's going to be about the 170, 177 level, maybe from the broken 170, no, 173, 174. Pound New Zealand, another one maybe for a nice breakout to the upside. Aussie Swiss, we are still waiting for, or here it is, a nice retracement, a nice price action around this area, maybe it here or some more sell-offs. Australian dollar, US dollar, pretty much nothing for now. Aussie cut, same, Kiwi cut. New Zealand CHF selling off, and Ethereum around this resistance. We'll see what's going to happen. Canadian dollar CHF. David, you bought it from here, 321. Well done. So traders, let's check a bit early today the DAX, because yesterday really I didn't manage to get the trade. Dow Jones in a downtrend here, Nasdaq in a ranging. So at these times where the indices are not correlated, it's best not to touch them, because they have they give highest probability trading when the three of them, the US indices, they have correlation. DAX on the daily chart, nice sell-off yesterday. We gapped lower. The market is going to try to gain some momentum to the upside before it continues the sell-off. So we maybe can take some advantage of that today. Pound very aggressively selling off. Here it's a support. So maybe this one will be good for sell-offs with the open. Let's go a bit more in details with the DAX. I'm expecting to have some good trades with the DAX today. Remember, traders, it's really important. It's actually crucial where we place our stop losses. All right. Three minutes for the London Open, and let's see what the market will do. Like Kaikinashi 2 for trends, absolutely, yeah. That's spot on. So remember, if we buy here, our stop loss is down here. If we, unless you choose to put your stop losses somewhere else, if we sell here, our stop loss is above there, unless you choose something else. And the reason I don't put the hard stops when I do scalping on the DAX is simply because I don't want to validate any penetration without the decisive close, and just to end up as a false breakout before the price it's gonna continue to my direction. That's all. If we will get filled up, if we get filled here, we can make 16 points, pips, 160, however you would like to address it. One minute for the market open. You are FTSE today. And it looks like you are good on FTSE today, as long as it's going to remain higher. Looks like you're having a good trade on FTSE Rumen. That was not even in 1 minute, Rumen. What a strategy, huh? What a strategy. I hope someone was giving me a strategy like this too when I started trading 12 years ago. No, but really, guys, it's fantastic when I see you having more winning trades than losing trades. It's a pure fulfilling and satisfaction also for me. Let's see if this is gonna false break us. This one, you are a genius. I'm a genius. You are great that you are brave enough to trust what we teach here, what we explain, the market analysis, and to take the trades for your best interest. So let's see with the DAX if we stuck here at this resistance. HV, anything with the Nasdaq today? Guys from Zoom, all good there? You are not very active on the chat today, and I'm just worrying. Let's see if we're gonna see an explosive move to the upside with the DAX. Okay, Joseph, sorry to interrupt you. Busy trading DAX. Okay, that's awesome. If you are busy trading, guys, it's okay. Don't just get bothered to put anything on the chat. Okay. So let's see. Doesn't make us the favor today to break higher. There it is. Let's hope it's going to sustain the breakout. Until the R1 traders are about 17 points. Okay, 17 pips there to be made. Angel, where is where is my stop loss on the DAX? It's always below the hourly low. Oh, I totally understand, HB, what you say. Oh my God. I did it recently, so I understand what you mean there. It's already played out 12 pips traders. If you took your profits, that's fantastic. Busy trading DAX, thank you for your time today. You are as always very helpful. I really appreciate Joseph, and as I say, it's really a pure satisfaction when I see you guys really taking the trades and make money and you are happy, and also that you find valuable all what I teach you here, and you learn how to trade properly and in real time. I'm not the one that is going to start showing you the previous trades and what could be end up as a good winning or blah blah blah. Just actual trades, live trades. The market is moving, so we try to capitalize on the moves. All right. Guys, I think that's all from me today. Just if you didn't take, if you have the rule of the 10 pips, you should have been out of the DAX trade. I don't know if you are still on the trade and you are waiting for some resistant one to be touched based on the pivot lines. Remember, this is the 1 minute chart. That's the 5 minute here. Okay, we are approaching this resistance. So anyway, I will leave you with this today. I wish everyone to have a fantastic day, a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Here at Admirals, again, we evaluate you a lot. We thank you for your support. And if you feel that you get too much value, please make sure you engage yourself by coming and joining me with these webinars. And I will see you tomorrow again at the same time. Thanks so much.